All right, gentlemen. Let's work. Yo, 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 yo. We're back. Been a couple weeks. Went through flu season here. Went through a winter storm. I got like 16 inches of snow outside. Let me check my mic settings real quick. Oh, that sounds loud. How about now? Check 1, 2, check, 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 check. Now we're looking more reasonable. Let me stir this tea a little bit and we'll get to work. How's the winter treating everybody else? Depending on what side of the world you're on, winter looks a little different. It's all about fresh tea powder. Stir it up. Grind me up those leaves. Bags, not for me. All right. Seen snow once in your adult life? Woo! We're having, where I am, it's like a once in a 20-year snowstorm. So we got dogpiled. I don't remember this much since I was a young lad. A wee lad excited for Revenge of the Sith to come out. Playing the Revenge of the Sith video game on the original Xbox. Good times. So, what is happening? Okay. Here we are. Last time we left off, like, around here, we were working on like this area, so I've only done a tiny bit on my own since then, just a little bit of, I fixed Din's voice pitch and everything. Did I finish? I can't remember if I finished adding his last line that I wanted. No, it was this one. That's right. Okay. I needed to... You got stupid hot and fire. It's crazy. That fire's been going on forever. That's right. So I needed like an extra few seconds on Din's face. So I had to move something here. And then I was gonna bump it over to get Bo-Katan out. Just bump old Bo-Katan out of here. Give me fixed on again.
And without honor, may as well be dead.
There we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted like that turn on may as well be dead. And then I need to start from here. Have him lean over. Shorten that up a little bit so we can get just a tiny bit more on. There we go. Nice. Okay. That should do the trick.
Honor is life. And without honor, one may as well be dead.
Let's pull that fade up a little bit here.
May as well be dead.
This is the location of a hidden warehouse.
You'll find answers.
You will find answers there.
When you're dead, I've spoken. That conversation is good. All of this was fine, and then I had one tiny change. It's like a volume issue here, I remember.
Yeah, I heard it too.
It has a spark pad.
Does it list the owner?
The commissioner.
No real name?
Yeah, see that's it. That's like that line was so quiet.
Does it list the owner?
The commissioner.
No real name?
Dang, it's still like so quiet. What's doing that? I've got like some effect on here. Excuse me. Sorry. Unprofessional.
Real name?
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
The commissioner.
No real name?
I might just re-record that. That's something's. Oh. This might be why. It's got like. That looks like all the SFX got doubled on it.
The commissioner.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
What on earth? Something's like very strange here. Room. They got in a large room preset on this one. Is that one just too quiet too?
No real name? That's not much to go on. List the owner?
The commissioner.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
I just don't like what's happening here. And I can't figure out what is happening, but I know I don't like it.
Does it list the owner?
The commissioner.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
It's getting a little better, actually. I don't know. Let me make sure all the same effects are on these. I'm definitely missing one. What am I missing? Reverb, enhancer, equalizer. The reverb is down there. So equalizer, enhancer, dynamics, processing, de-esser, panner, dynamics, hard limiter. Where's my hard limiter? Okay. What does this one have? Why does that one sound fine? Yeah, okay, let's try this.
The commissioner.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
I don't know. There's something like off about the echoiness of the two. Let's try re-recording that.
No real name? No real name?
Ew.
That's not much.
Disgusting.
No real name. No real name. That's not much to go on. No real name. No real name. That's not much to go on. Not at all.
Not much to go
No
on.
real name. No real name.
It's struggling with this one. I'm trying to. No real name is what I'm trying to get.
No real name. No real name. That's not much to go on. No real name.
That one's close.
No real name. No real name. That's not much to go on. No real name. No real name. That's not much to go on.
It's like.
No real name. That's not much to go on. No real name. That's not much.
Let's try creative mode.
No real name.
Uh-oh. That's
Not much to go on. No real name. That's not much to go on.
making him a little too emphatic.
No real name? That's not much to go on. No real name? That's not much to go on. No real name? No real name? That's not much to go on. Not at all. No real name? That's not much to go on. No real name? No real name?
He's
That's
too
not much.
emotional here. Going back to robust mode. I can't wait for them to get this thing out of alpha.
No real name? That's not much to go on. No real name? That's not much to go on. No real name? That's not much to go. No real name? That's not much to go on.
Questioning.
Not at all. No real name? That's not much to go on. No real name? That's not much to go on. No real name? No real name? That's not much to go on.
No.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
That one sounds actually pretty good.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
It got that like nice whispery stuff, especially the second half of that line.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
See if that works. Let's give her a shot. I think you'll do squat. Din just wants to whisper. He's a whispery guy. Scrap the whole movie. Oh gosh, dude. I have so many backup copies of this project file. Now I guess all of them aren't like the most recent version, but it's spread across. There's at least one version of this movie spread across multiple hard drives because I have been terrified of losing this thing. I should make a fresh copy of this actually on a different drive. At least I have like all my streams now. Since I started doing that, most of my work is on those, so like I'd be able to go back and I don't even want to talk about this possibility.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
Well, there's coordinates. Path.
Does it list the owner?
The commissioner.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
So this one, even in the show, like, his helmet modulation is quite variable. It needs more in that line. I can tell you that. Like, sometimes it's a lot more, like, fuzzy and modulated than others. But I try and at least keep it consistent in the scenes I have to make, like, in that scene. But scene to scene, it changes even in the show.
Regulations.
Yeah, I heard it too.
It has a spark pad.
Does it list the owner?
The commissioner.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
Okay, that one is, like, a little too loud. And see if turning the EQ off will help.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
Oh, I didn't do my little din trick on this too. You always gotta fade him in and out. It sounds so much more natural when you do that. Stumbled in. We got Steve Douglas 0851. Welcome. Congrats on your stumbling. What in Grogu's name is going on here? Making movies? Yeah, you could say that. Look at this beast. Come on. This is like professional Hollywood looking stuff. You know? You know? Yeah. Glory. Bum 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 bum. No Caesar Rabodeon Corusanta me Ibodeon That's kind of what goes on here. Thanks for joining. Nice to meet you. Yes, you've stumbled on fan editing. Yep. Goose got it. Backing up project files, something you routinely forget to do. It's not fun. It's not a fun process. Currently rebuilding everything done for Rebels because of it. Yeah, that sucked. Yes, your 4-camera sync music video premiere project fails in that comparison to this. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, I've got 31 audio tracks. This is a 3.5 hour project with thousands and thousands and thousands of cuts, ties in with After Effects. It's a solid year of work for sure. How many I'm on like my third purchased SSD just to be able to house this thing safely. I was the moron for 2 of those though, because I was buying external drives and they were just too slow. So I just bit the bullet and recently bought an internal one, which made a huge difference. And then I had to upgrade my RAM from 32 to 64. Thankfully, I got in before the Rampocalypse hit. I bought mine in like mid-October at a very, very good price, and it was literally like 3 weeks later where it just the horrendous shortages happened, and now it to get like 64 gigabytes of RAM, I'm not kidding, you could buy like a whole entry-level gaming PC for the price of 64 gigs of RAM, which I bought for like $160. Like top good brand RAM. It's ridiculous. It's the AI server farms.
Did that battle droid say it was following Imperial regulations?
Yeah, I heard it too.
It has a spark pad.
Does it list the owner?
I'm having trouble on this scene for some reason. It's just wigging me out, like these audio levels.
Yeah, I heard it too.
It has a spark pad.
Does it list the owner?
The Commissioner.
No real name? That's not much to go on.
Very good. Okay. I think I'm about happy with that. Let me... negative 0 point... Let me just take it to this. Just a little down on there. And then she says, oh, there's coordinates. And then she bails. I'm pretty sure I use like a Japanese... Yeah, look at this. The background of this was so quiet. Oh, what happened here? Is that where somebody coughs? I kind of remember someone like coughing. No, that's a different spot. Yeah, there's like no... Look. You can see like right here. There's still all these people in the scene. And you're on like a busy, futuristic looking street. And there was just like a giant chase, crash, damaged property. And then for some reason, it just like fades out all of the ambient noise. And it like only goes to a center track and a little bit of soft music on top. And I was just watching, I was like, ugh, it's so quiet in here. So I was trying to find like what would be good background noise. So I found just like somebody doing a walkthrough of some Japanese city. Tokyo Shibuya. I know what Tokyo is, but I don't know what Shibuya is. Time to educate myself. Shibuya. It's a special ward in Tokyo, Japan. So I found a YouTube video of somebody just like doing a walkthrough here, and I was like, give me your noise. I want your noise. Where'd it go? Where's Shibuya? Oh, look at that. I just freaking doxed myself. Oh, there's the Shibuya Hotel. Nice. Nice. Oh, we got a walkthrough of somebody's hotel room in the Shibuya Excel Hotel. Tokyo? Am I stupid? Is there something... Is Tokyo something different than Tokyo? I don't know my Japanese geography all that well. Look at all these hotels. It's just like popping off with hotels for me now. Steve, you'll notice we get distracted here a little bit, you know. With the project this big, you know, you start talking about Tokyo and hotels, and then 10 minutes later you're like, oh, better get back to work. District. Oh, you knew. This guy's on top of it. I think the problem is, while each DIN line sounds like DIN, they all sound different from each other. Changing the no real name helped. Yeah. That's the challenge, like, in the show, Din sounds different scene to scene, very much so. Especially compare his season 1 performances and then get to, like, the conversation he has with Bo-Katan on the little boat thing on Mandalore, where he's, like, pledging his soul to her or something. He sounds so different there. Even like compared to the that conversation sounds really weird. It doesn't bother me that he sounds different in the show. I think it like kind of works in that in the early seasons he's a lot more monotone. He's by the books kind of guy, but as you go through his story, he branches out a little bit. He makes some friends. He gets a son, and he starts becoming a little bit more expressive. So I'm fine with that kind of change, but yeah, especially when you're gonna replace some lines with AI. AI likes to, do those changes line to line, not like scene to scene or season to season, obviously. So that's always a challenge. Tokyo? You been to Tokyo? And it's bitchin'? Very cool. Did you go to Star Wars Celebration? Is that the next one, or was that where the last one was? Yeah, that was the last year one. I wanted to go. I tried to convince my wife. I was like, "Come on. 8-year anniversary, Tokyo would be sick." She's like, "No. I don't like Tokyo." Like, wow. I hate anime, she said. Okay, yeah, Celebration was like in spring 25, I think. Late spring, early summer, maybe. I do want to get to a Celebration one day in my life. But it's been kind of a thing where I haven't wanted to make the financial sacrifice with Star Wars in the state that it has been. One second. What you got? Oh my goodness. That's wonderful. My daughter drew me a picture of an alien in a spaceship blasting a red laser onto a tree that's wilting over, melting, and the sun is watching with a smiley face on it. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Good night. Close the door up there.
I love you.
I love you. Good night.
Who's that?
This is a Quarren pirate.
Is it a bad guy?
I would assume he's at least morally neutral.
What does that mean?
Like, sometimes he might be a little bit good. A lot of times he's just trying to, like, get a bunch of money and stuff.
And take it?
Yeah. But he just brings his little mommy here some fish. And she slurps it up. So, anyways, good night. Close the door up there.
Okay.
Thanks. Your Tokyo footage is on your page. Ayo. Yeah? I'm gonna pull it up. This is a thing we do here. Somebody puts something in the chat, I start clicking around. Look at you. You got Star Wars content. Very nice. 34K on a old school concert. Where's Tokyo? Anakin. ASG in the Battle for Hoth. What's that one about? Where's Tokyo? Tokyo. I'm failing to find it. Look at that freaking monkey. Oh, Japan Life. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're going to check out this monkey. Sick. Look at him. He's got like a sunburn on his face. Who's saying don't stare at it? It's giving you a look here. Rule 1, don't film me. Rule 2, don't make eye contact. Nice. Oh, we got like a music video on this. Nice. How do we sneak a monkey into T1? I just like take that short and I mask out a monkey and just like make it walk down. I'll do it like right in the middle of the Darksaber speech. Like here, we'll just have like a freaking monkey just run across the screen. It'll just be like wildlife, you know? Maybe I'll put like AI on top and give it tentacles or something. Like a true Japanese monkey. Alright. So I think we're good on the volume balance on that. We're about to do something very sad. Did I not? What's my next? What is up next here? I swear. Oh yeah. So we cut to. Yes. This is gonna depress me to do this. It depresses me even thinking about doing this, and I'm gonna do it. Because I made this sick transition. I made that whole camera movement. The show is not like that. And it like was so cool with this like pan up into darkness. Into that thing flipping around like that. It like kind of makes you dizzy to watch, but then it like even that, like, that rotation into a circular door, it was freaking cool. Unfortunately, this whole thing is going to become a deleted scene. It just doesn't work in the pacing from my review. It's unnecessary. There's already so much... This film is already, like, dense with various lore and additions. This one's a cool idea, but you watch it in the whole movie and it just screams this should be a deleted scene. It doesn't do anything necessary, and it takes away from the pacing and the plot development. So I got some major revisions to do actually on this, because I need to move this part, this boba scene, I gotta move up in front of, I need to like swap positions with this one. I'm gonna flip-flop them. And then I'm gonna just take this as, I gotta flip-flop them and then redo some of the dialogue here. And then this one needed like a little bit of dialogue alteration with that idea, but then this thing just doesn't fit, the Corrin thing. I was trying to make something out of it. I redid all of the Corrin voices. Painstaking work. Taking different pitches to make a female one and a male one. See, I'm trying to get some lore for the Hudson here. I added all the subtitles and was trying to run like a connection with like Axe Woves and stuff and what he's up to. I mentioned like Axe Wove says a line about Boba Fett. I had a whole plan, and then you just watch the whole movie and you're just like, eh. It made it feel like more unclear, just because it's like it just felt like a random scene chucked in that was just unnecessary for any of the next scenes to happen. It's pure flavor. So it's gonna go. I'm gonna chuck it in a different sequence as a fossil. Remember my sacrifice, my time. Because I spent a lot of effort on that thing. So we're going to chalk it into a graveyard. And then fix the transitions. R.I.P. the spinning ship shot. I got bridge noise and everything in here. Alright. Do what must be done. Do not hesitate. Show no mercy. Oh, and I had such a freaking good transition too. Alright, one more in honor, because I killed the transition into this scene. And then I killed the one out of the scene. I mean, check this. Listen to the music. It was bumping. Door closes. Lag a little bit, but then, boom, then you get Boba's door opening from the bottom up. It was just like bumping. It hurts. It do hurt me a little bit. But show no mercy. So we gotta make sure this can cleanly pop out. What's gonna happen to these subtitles when I do this? It's like everything here. Oops, a little too much. All this. And yank you out, chuck you into a graveyard, just for record keeping, just to honor what I did. Oh, and there it goes. I didn't even want to hesitate. I just hit it. I just smacked the button. Rip the band-aid off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. See, look at me. Look at what I've done. I missed, like, a bunch of freaking crap here. I got too many audio tracks, people. Okay. You get out of here. Graveyard. Okay, I got all my spare tracks. Now we're gonna do it. Ah! And I missed these two. Alright, screw it. Whatever. The graveyard doesn't get those, I guess. I'm not gonna do it. I already posted that, like, an early draft of that scene on my YouTube channel. So I don't think I'd even repost it for anything. Oh, you know what? I better work with some space here because I'm not using that scene there. Catch up on some chats. Posted signs that don't make eye contact with the monkey. Perfect, and you have a Mando tell another Mando not to make eye contact as it runs by. Din interrupts his speech real quick about the Darksaber. Oh! Don't make eye contact with that thing. It's like a close-up cut to the monkey. It hisses at you. Wait, what are you saying about me, Goop? I'm about to strip your protected status on this chat. There's some blasphemous words being spoken about my attention span in here. Okay, I did get the... I put these sound effects in. And that's good because I didn't like that. I hadn't finished that sound transition anyways. That's a hard one to, like, raging TIE fighter screams into something else. It's tough. So hopefully I can get a better transition naturally by yoinking these around. So, where is it? We start here. What is this? Okay. This is messy. Good. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna yoink this over. So here's what's happening here. What's happening with this Boba Fett swap is by removing some of the context of the Quarren thing, it didn't really work to like jump straight into the Hutts, because in the Quarren scene we were like kind of talking about the Hutts. But with that gone, as I like went through the different scenes, it was like I need some kind of setup for why they just show up on his doorstep. So what I've decided to do, if you remember, I used to have the scene order went, I was going to give like a little commentary about what Boba Fett was up to in the Quarren scene. Then we were going to have the Hutt show up at his door. They kind of like give him a little warning type of thing. And then we'd cut to this one in a few minutes and come back. Boba's ruling. He's hearing from all the people submitting to him now. The Trandoshans tell him the twins just landed. And then you go to the other scene with the twins of them in Mos Espa. That setup doesn't work in this new order I want, so what we're going to do now is transition from here, cut back to Boba. So here I have him say, like, suit up, we're going to Mos Espa. I'm going to have, like, something of his droid saying the Hutts are up next, basically. Like, because you get the Aqualish, then the Trandoshan, then I'm going to have the droid say, now the Hutts, I mean, they can't squirm into his palace. I don't know how did Jabba get in here? I don't really know the layout of Jabba's palace, but the twins aren't going to be wriggling around to get to his throne, so he goes out to meet him at his door. So we're going to get this set up. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to just roll straight into it, like back-to-back these. I was leaning towards yes, but I haven't like done the setup dialogue to make that happen yet. But I think it could work, because this was already like, I was feeling weird about it being a 70-second scene. I don't like that. That was actually one of my biggest complaints about Andor, believe it or not, was they would just like rip like 40, 50-second scenes back to back to back, and I was just like, you're bouncing all over the place. I like when a scene's gonna develop, and I say that as somebody who enjoys Andor. I think it's great, but if I had a complaint, it would be like sometimes you're just like popping around a lot in very, it's like the cereal scenes that everybody memes on. It's like you watch them eat cereal for 60 seconds and then pop, it pops away to something else. You're like, what? I thought something was going to happen here. I get it, like, yeah, character development stuff. Well, develop it in longer scenes. So, I don't want to have just a 60-second scene, cut away, cut back to the huts, cut away, cut back to the huts every 60 seconds. Like, if we're going to move the Boba Fett plot, we're going to move the Boba Fett plot. Thinks the sequence is short enough to roll it back to back. Yeah, that's what I'm leaving. Don't censor me again. Never tell me when you'll strike. I mean, this Steve guy's looking pretty competent. He's traveling the world. He's got a video with like 30 some K views. He might be taking your spot here. He's on good terms with the monkeys. You know, can you say that about yourself? So we're going to bump you down, slam you together, car crash this thing. And that's the doors opening there. What do I have at the end of this? Okay, so then... yeah, that's the scene I was going to use for the huts. This guy's wiggling arms. And I was thinking... what did I noticed, like... yeah, this cut was like... I mean, it kind of goes from, like, Boba Fett to Boba Fett. You know, this one you get the Fennec in it, too. But I was like... as I was watching it, I was like, okay, he can say something here. Then you cut here, have the droid talk, then you cut back to him. See if there's anything else I can use in this. This guy blabbers on forever and ever. I don't use it. He's not... the Twi'lek thing isn't a major character in mine, so... goes on and on and on and on and on. But if I need any more like close-ups of Boba, you know, there we go, I have it. I just need the droid. And I'm gonna smack myself, I think, but I'm pretty sure I had to delete the Boba Fett droid model to make space for another voice on 11 Labs, so I'm gonna have to freaking remake this droid to get the line I need. I didn't think I'd need him again. Sorry, I didn't keep my Boba Fett Palace droid voice model. Can't believe 11 Labs is, what, like $22 a month? And you only get 30 voice slots. I feel like that should be at least 50. 30's hard. Between this and my Supernatural Encounters, where I've got like 15 consistent characters in that series, so that's always hogging like half my slots. And then when you get to Way of Mandalore and you only have 15 for Din, Boba, Bo-Katan, Peli the Mechanic, Fennec, I have a Luke Skywalker one. Like, you get maxed out really fast, and then the next like subscription level is like, I forget how much it jumps, but it was not worth it, as I recall. Yeah, look at that. You get up to 160 voices, but suddenly it's $100 a month. Oh, recommended. Oh, I freaking bet. Oh, look at that Streamception. So, and I never even use the 300,000 credits that you get. So Yeah, and I'd never pay $100 a month just for more voice slots. But it's like, okay, come on. But a jump of 30 and 160, there's nothing you can... Can I pay like $5 more a month to get another 20 slots? No, you're losing money, 11 Labs. If your devs are watching this, if you're one of the 3 people right now... But I am on good terms with your mortal enemies, which makes me a good bridge, although Steve would be a worthy successor. Good old Steve. Alright. Tonight, I don't know if I'm in the mood to, like, redo this entire scene. I gotta kind of like write stuff and all. Yeah, like that's not gonna work because we already used this earlier, so I somehow have to transition hard into this. This has to be my first frame, which this thing... What is it doing here? Does this naturally lead into the Quarren one? I can't even remember. What? What? Why is it still showing Boba Fett? Yo. Yo! Why is it... What's happening? How is it showing this track underneath? I'm having an aneurysm right now. How is it doing that? Oh! That's right. I've got a manual linear wipe on here. From that other transition. Ah, okay. So that's what it wants to do. It wants to make them keep walking down the street. So I can't use any more. My last frame has to be here. So somehow there's not much overlap really. Brainstorming, brain processing. I could start like a wipe top to bottom. Okay. Top to bottom as Boba Fett's... Oh, he's like sitting back. I thought he was sitting more down. So this camera is pulling basically straight up. It's zooming out. Doesn't necessarily feel like a zoom. It feels like a dolly pull up into another zoom out. A zoom out as Boba's motion is going like back into the left. I'm just trying to brainstorm what kind of like fade transition would work here. Now that I see these back to back, I almost think a bottom up would work better. But then in order to pull that off, I'm going to need to slam this like harder this way. And then you've always got the freaking mess of when you do these transitions, the color grading is always a mess too. So let's see what happens here. Okay. let's listen first. Let's use our earballs. See how things sound.
Well, there's coordinates.
Yeah, see, it's all messed up. That doesn't want to happen. So we're gonna pull this way over here. Let's try this. Almost, we say. Oh, look at you in the chat. Turn off your transition. You already knew. Oh, he knew. If only I would have looked over to my other monitor. You could add a new Jabba's Palace and Tatooine shot. Fade the super battle droid into space. Kind of like how I had it before. Pan down to Tatooine. New shot of Jabba's palace. Then into Boba. I like the order. The question is, do I want to spend 2 hours on that transition? That's always the debate, you know. Let's see first what happens if I just... I hate how it does this. This thing is always so inconvenient to use. I feel like that's going to be way too fast of a wipe. I feel like it needs to be like feathered more. I don't hate the movement of it actually. It feels like a little abrupt. The speed is wrong. What if I do it from the top? No, that's even worse. Slide to the left. I'm moaning because I know what you said would work. I'd have to like AI the shots, I think, though. I am fresh out of like any kind of ambient looking shot on Tatooine. I already had to like duplicate something and color grade to make a shot night, and then like zoom in and crop so one looked different on a Jabba's Palace shot. I'm trying to think Star Wars. It's a good idea. I'm thinking like Attack of the Clones. I don't think they do that much with like into orbit shots to change the scene though. Like once you've already established, I'm thinking like Obi-Wan's on Geonosis, Anakin's on Tatooine. They're not like showing the planets again. But I'm trying to visualize what some of those wipes looked like. Shikui. Shoya. Shoya, I also gave you special permissions on this channel, added you as an approved user. You should be able to avoid content moderation now, I think. So you don't get blocked by saying stupid stuff. So, yeah, you know, if you want, you can type something vile. See what happens. Logic here is you had 2 epic transitions you love. You got to replace it with some just as cool. Let me see if I can find like a YouTube video of Star Wars wipe transitions, just for some inspiration. Every wipe in Star Wars from Stupendous Wave? No way. Dang, okay. Whoa, oh, okay, let me get to episode 2. Because episode 2 is like the closest... This is a great video. I can't believe he did this. Episode 2 is like the closest, like, ABC plot structure out of the Star Wars movies to the one I'm making right now. So that's kind of why I want to use that. So, dang, these are freaking flying. Hold on. I can't process this fast. Okay, and I don't need that sound either. See, it's just wiping. So I do need to wipe to the palace, is what I'm getting from here. I don't need to go to orbit. But a lot of them have, like, zoomed out. Well, there you go. Correct me right when I say that. Yeah. Like, 90% of them have this, like, set up scenery. That one is character to character, though. Zoomed out, scenery. And that one's to orbit. But is this one the first time they get to Tatooine? That's what I'm saying. I think that is. So that's what I was kind of thinking, was like they do it once, maybe. But I don't think you do it again. But I need like something like that, and then Jabba's palace. Ooh, that one's pretty, straight into a sky. Yeah. No doubt that's what I need one of these. Yeah. I need an environment. I need a new Jabba's palace shot. Oh, gross. Disgusting. That was a jump scare. Oh! I'm about to delete my comment. I'm just going to highlight this and leave the rest unsaid. Bunch of asterisks from Shoya. Is that Mandoa cursing? I don't have any more Jabba's palace shots, people. Is there like... Hold on. Let's get creative. What about like the Boba Fett? Isn't there like a Boba Fett fan film? Is there anything that could look like... Oh gosh, what am I watching? Oh, this is a fan film. Alright. Look at this dude's into it.
The first part of the filming took place in the walls
Heck
of an
yeah.
older station.
Oh, look at these guys. These guys went all out.
For the main shoot, however, a few weeks later, the journey continued.
Yo. Now, how do I get that in HD?
Tournai in Belgium, some 9.
Did you ever release this? Where's this fan film? If you made a panning... Is this it? We're in the German fan film world now.
Für das Zusammentreffen des Helden und dem zwielichten Twi'lek Bibdurka wurde eine Außenaufnahme in Tunesien kombiniert.
This isn't a distraction. This is actual research. Look at that. You got a Rhodian in like a jumpsuit. A Slavic Rhodian. Where's this actual film? That looked like another behind the scenes. Press teaser. Where's the actual thing? This? Is this the real one? Wait, whoa. I need a German translator. Where's the real thing? This? Well, we got 27 minutes? Dang, I've never heard of this one. These guys, like, went crazy. What year is this? This was only 3 years ago. They got some very solid looking VFX, to be honest. Like, for a fan film, that's very strong.
My lord, I'm quite relieved to see you back safe. Since
You got the green screen years,
ship
but
broke down, we feared the
see the green screen highlighting on his face? Tough to not do that.
worst. Are you severely injured?
You may dispense with your sympathies, Commander. See to it.
Okay. Now I am getting distracted. I need to find Jabba's palace. But these are cool. Dang! Have you guys seen this one before? This is all... the Twi'leks crack me up. But this that's crazy VFX for a fan film. That's... The panels are amazing. Dang, I'm about to just, like, watch this thing. You could get a pic of Jabba's palace in Arma 3. Does that have good enough graphics to look real? Alright. I'm gonna get distracted by watching this whole thing. This is cool. Yo! What? What? How are they doing this? How are they getting, like, fully animated Coruscants like this?
You'd see your father consciously as well.
A Jedi.
A Jedi like your father.
The German accents on everybody.
This order.
Where's Boba's palace? Okay, now we're on Tatooine. Look how many different sets they made. You got N1s flying all over the galaxy? This is wild.
Excuse me, can you tell me where the cantina is?
I love the German. You got
Tell me where the cantina is?
Cad Bane in the background? Just as an Easter egg? Whoa! You got that. I can't remember what that droid model's called. That's the Arvel Tyrell or whatever droid, the pod racer guy who explodes in front of his kids. That suit looks great. Well, I'm blown away. They got the little wheel droid from episode 2 going by in the background. What? You got a skyhopper flying across up here? Yo, this, like, attention to detail is... Like, next... Look how big of a... Watto. Hitting the juice? Ishitib, Ithorian... This Toydaric...
Do you know a guy called Ankawi?
And
The card.
The game.
Oh, shoot. I'm distracted as hell right now. I'm sorry, but...
I decided not to carry it out.
Alright, Jabba's Palace.
heard you to this deserted.
Holy smokes! I mean, even just the thought to have, like, this type of scenic shot in here. Like, yeah, some of the greens, like, the little placements look a little janky, but very, very impressed. Look how many different scenes they have. Where's Jabba? And the Sand Trooper costumes look amazing. Like, that's a green screen. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Watch, there's gonna be no Jabba's Palace.
Is to find and kill me, that traitor. You were proposed to be the...
Yeah, there's no Jabba's Palace here. It did say that this was a series, though. Watch the entire series. I'm going to their website, too. This is... So they got a chapter 2? They got a chapter 3? They got 90 minutes of this?
You killed. You won't.
I got a Shadows of the Empire one. Yo. What?
Grown tired of your to use the mask just...
The Darth Vader voice is lacking a little bit.
With swift reflexes and a great skill, you...
1 second. Wife break. I'm trying to find something to put up here, you know? I Google searched wife breaking, so we're just gonna roll with this. I have no clue what this picture is. Here you go. I'll be right back. All right. I'm back. I hope new people didn't jump in on that. Here's what really happened there. This is why I had to go up. Yes, the blueberry jelly. Though my reward was a bite of some fresh baked rolls with premium blueberry jelly. Let me catch up on some chats. I was like blown away by that thing. I didn't read for a second. Well, I think you're correct about orbit shots on the first arrival. I think my above reasoning would still fit stylistically, but do not think it is the original intention. Yeah, okay, beautiful. Love the fan films. This looks so good. Yeah, this is sick.
Though he should be no match.
The effort in this one is like just unreal.
Yeah.
Whoa. We're like getting to Jabba's palace
Galvin,
here, but...
try to avoid the Gamorrean guards. If they catch you...
Is he like sneaking into the basement? I'm not gonna get my scenic shot. Oh. Yo, is that all I need? Like, honestly, that might work. I feel like I'll need to... I feel like it's too short. I might need to just take, like, AI the end of it to push in more or something. Yo, he's even got the... What the heck? Dang. So this guy's looking a little tough. Oh, dang, they went with the tracksuit Rodian. That one's looking a little tough, but this Boba looks very good.
The mighty Jabba is pleased to see you again, bounty hunter.
We have no time for useless salutations. 10 years ago, a clone
How did they get that thing to look so real?
But
kid.
Goodness. Let's see if there's any more. Like, they have so many transitions and everything.
I got nothing to do with that, and I don't know your father.
I don't know your father. I'm trying to see if there's like any more shots at Jabba's. Doesn't look like it. Oh my gosh. Is this now Hutta? Nar Shaddaa, what is this?
I'll stay back and keep you covered.
Where are they going? I have no clue what the plot is, but I'm like, look at this.
Galvin, I'll stay back and keep you covered. Durka is dangerous.
I'll be careful then.
You cannot trust him.
That's sick. I don't know what planet this is. There's no way. It's just like the detail in the background is... The amount of different... Dude, they use more different species in this than Disney does.
Foolish mouse! Spread yourself!
I'm just watching this, sorry. This is like... This is crazy. Alright. I'll watch this on my own. Lord Vader will not be pleased, I guess.
Kill that smuggler.
Oh! Oh! Alright, what's going on here? Darth Nihilus is walking in with a suspiciously pointed hood, I might say. What's happening?
You are no bounty hunter. Who are you?
Oh, it's just got the mask? Uh-oh.
You're just as proud as naive, son of Mepur.
You knew my father. Did you kill him?
No, he killed me.
Oh, shoot. Oh, what is that? What's he doing? What is that? Lightning balls? That shot looks amazing. Oh, he's still shooting them with lightning balls.
You are not nearly as powerful as my master expected you to be.
Uh-oh, lip sync issue there. They've got the This is the second Star Wars: The Old Republic ship model that's come down, which tells me that, you know, they're either ripping assets out of other games, getting them from Blender or something else, with like extreme attention to detail. This is the Jedi consular ship, and in the background of that other one, it was the Imperial agent ship was going up. What's that one called? Like the Phantom X7B or something? Oh, shoot. Oh. Oh. He's going flying. Alright, I'm so distracted right now. Sorry. Well, you got a Bosk and the Hound's Tooth coming through? This is crazy. Are they going? Is this like actual Shadows of the Empire plot stuff in here mixed with something else? Alright, I swear the only reason I'm clicking on this is to look for more Jabba. I'm definitely not just like locked into this thing. We're on Hoth now? What? This is wild. I gotta watch this whole thing.
Lord Vader is pleased with you.
Well,
alright, no Tatooine. Alright. I gotta hit these guys with a sub. They deserve way more than 4K subs for that. They literally went to Tunisia. Are you seeing that? So they filmed this in 2006 and then did like 15 years of VFX? Or at least they got some of the scenes in Tunisia? That's wild, man. I don't know how I've never heard of this one. Dang. Well, that was a wild bantha chase, no doubt.
We were able to find.
So is that clip of Jabba's Palace gonna work? I can probably find a better one. I'll keep that in my pocket. That was the craziest distraction of my life. Where's?
For the meeting of the hero.
I was gonna look at the Cad Bane one. Does he go to Jabba's Palace? I don't think so. Oh my goodness, what's happening when AI is used for evil? Oh. Oh, look at you. That's clutch, Goop, because I was about to like download that entire thing and clip that. Thank you. Let's see if it works. It's going to be too short as is, I believe, but... Thank you very much for that. And let's like move Boba back here. What did I decide? Would bottom up be best for transitioning here? And actually, now that I have this, I can make that wipe a lot slower. Dude, this stupid wipe panel is so hard to use. Gosh dang. Let's remove that one. A 0 and a 100. So the 0 is here when I want it to be what? Oh, that was way too far. Now, what the? Someone might have made a camera mod for Outlaws. Okay. Oh, to like use. I see what you mean. I literally don't even. Is Jabba's Palace in Outlaws? I still haven't played that. I got that game for free. And I still haven't played it. Wow, okay, ignore the color grade for a second, but let's just look at the wipe. Let's pull these over. Okay, and then whatever, screw this color grade. We'll chuck that over here for now. Oh. Just get the Tatooine one, see how the Tatooine one looks on Tatooine. That color grade setting does not work on there, but the shot angle like kind of does. What is happening with this? Jumping here. So I need to take this and really change whatever's happening here. So that's original. I gotta do like a manual color grade on this. Oh, much better. Their contrast is so low. You see how, look at that. You never have to do contrast this much, but see how like washed out it is? Look how much better that looks just from having some contrast in there. Gosh, why does it keep defaulting that onto the screen? I don't know how many times I gotta chuck that on my other monitor. Yeah, get some highlights in there to highlight the sun. Now we're starting to cook on this. No, that needs to go the other way. A little bit of shadow depth. Yeah, pull the whites down a little bit. There we go. Good, and then maybe just like a little bit of hue in there, because we went with like a slightly pinkish episode 1 Tatooine in ours. Look at this. On and off on the color grading. That's crazy. Alright. It felt like something is still weird with the sound, but I couldn't figure it out. Shoot. And then I messed this up. I'm gonna have to get like a... It's always so hard to do the color grading on these. Am I missing something with this goob? Is there like a trick on wipe transitions in the color grading? Do I need to like nest something? Because I always struggle with this. Sometimes I've done like just fade over time, so it's not like super noticeable. That didn't look too bad because it's like kind of darkening the scene. To actually do this, say add a wipe to the color grade that follows the wipe exactly, then do the same with another color grade. I think I've tried that before, and it was, so it's the feather on the wipe that was, I remember I tried something like that and the feathers were not like aligning, and it was making like weird color differences on the wipe as it went up from the feather. That helps so much, this transition though. See if I can get like let me get a quick render in and out here. Let it play a little smoother. The Jabba's Palace setup is working though, for sure.
Well, there's coordinates.
For this instance, oh yeah. That does sound like it would work. Very basic solution. I just was not thinking it for some reason.
Well, there's cord.
Yeah, this is as simple as it gets. Thank you. His brain was not functioning there. It looks a little too pink, actually. And maybe like I want it actually a little bit. Oh gosh, that is very sensitive. Maybe just one more on the exposure. I think that works. Let me render it into out one more time. If anything, it's like a little too fast on this. I wonder if I can get away with just like well, it's because it's not necessarily the wipe. I think I need to throw that up here. Then throw that up here. Find when the wipe starts, bump it over. Do that. Just to get like a couple more frames on the end of it. Oh, I gotta render it again.
Well, there's coordinates.
Oops. Oh, and the color grade all got me thrown off there. What's happening now? Why is it doing that? It just decided to chuck that frame in there for some reason. I honestly almost want to go to 90 here. As long as it doesn't look jumpy now. No, I gotta render it again. Think a touch longer on the establishing shot would be better than maybe longer on Boba sitting too. Okay, yeah, I've got the Boba sitting.
Well, there's coordinates.
That's the right length. I noticed just like a little bit of frame hitching there. Goob, didn't you have a trick for like adding some FPS back into these things? Would that help? Because just by slowing it down, it like you can see it hitch like one time. See an extra flash? Yeah, there was an extra frame. I think I got that one. It's very, very, very close. Really. I almost want to say I I could do the transition, the wipe a little. What the? I could do the wipe a little faster now. Dude, these drive me nuts. Why is it so hard to use this wipe menu? All the keyframes are like so obnoxious. How many extra? Okay. Starting there. Why don't we end just like a little earlier maybe? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, double the frame rate now so you can run it at up to... Okay. Goop's cooking. Let's try an extra framey version. More frames. More. Take your color correction, chuck you up here. We got an extra framey version now and should be able to chuck this down. All right, let's let her rip. I almost feel like I want it a little longer. Even longer. I'm getting greedy. Now that I've got all these extra frames to play with, now I'm freaking greedy. See, that's... Why is that starting so soon? Try that. My frames. You destroyed them before they had their first appearance. Nice, nice. Teamwork makes a dream work. We've done it. All right. Scene successfully relocated. And then this freaking thing. Let's chuck that up there. What was I saying? I was gonna do this boba over here. So it'd be good. Like boba, droid, boba, and then that's not a super fun transition to work with either. What normally happens here? So they just do a hard cut to the black, and then you kind of see. So this is the Disney. They just hard cut to black, and then it opens, and you're like, oh, that's why. So if Hollywood can do it, does that mean I can do it? It's not always the best advice. I like to think I can do things a little better than Hollywood now and again. Just a little bit, just a teensy weensy. Let me just get the space I need to make that happen. Where's my sound for this? Oh, it's so far over because, shoot. Because I wasn't using that. I'm going to have to find the original soundtrack for this thing. I don't think that is going to line up. Because I used to have like the Plaisir music bouncing and fade it into a Boba Fett song, but now that that's all out of whack.
Suit up. We're going to Mos Espa.
Well, it does work. Okay. Good. Okay, and then I don't need those boba lines. No boba lines necessary, and I already freaking messed this up somehow. Okay. So that droid's gonna talk. He's gonna say, the Hutts are waiting at the hangar entrance. I was thinking I'd just do like a little growl. And then into the Hutts. Good. And then I'll write this dialogue a different time. Sick. Yeah, as I was like reorganizing, moving scenes and stuff for this, part of the reason I had the Quarren scene in there in the first place was I thought I would need like more Boba Fett to make it feel like he was an actual character. But when I watched this for the first time, my first thought was like, Boba Fett's like shining. It doesn't feel like his scenes are too infrequent. You know, there's a good chunk where we move away from Tatooine, and he's not there. But then, like, when you cut back to him, and it's not that extreme. Like there's like a, what is that? There's like a 20-some minute gap, a scene. And then like a 10-minute gap and then more. So, you know, there's a huge chunk that's all about Boba Fett, but that's because Din is there also. Then they go their own ways, and you're dealing with 4 different characters: Bo-Katan, Din, Grogu, and Boba. But, and so my initial worry was like, we're not going to have enough Boba to sustain this middle section. Let me make a scene that will keep him involved and tie him into surrounding things, tie him into Plaisir. But I watched it, and then it was like, dang, Boba Fett's like, I don't feel like I was missing him at all. He didn't feel like he was missing. There was too much time without him. Not whatsoever. And that's why then that Quarren scene just felt like really unnecessary. Because I was like trying to force something in, and then it was like, well, he's right here anyways. Let me just combine some scenes, move stuff around, and I think that'll work. So sweet, we got that. I'll do that scene later. So let's go here. Done. Okay, so this is like in progress. We're gonna hold on that, and then I'm gonna just do, I don't know what glitch at end of scene. Also, I don't know how to just redo that whole thing. Right. Let's throw you in like orange. Do I have any interest in the upcoming Masters of the Universe movie? You know, I haven't watched the trailer, but yes, I would have interest. I need to watch that, so I didn't even know it was like in production. I might have heard about it way back when, but I had like no clue it was coming out this summer. So I haven't been following up on it. I will watch that trailer soon and let you know next time. "30 minutes later, 3 seconds down." Oh, I feel that. I feel that in my soul. Everyone's like, "When's this thing coming out? You've been working on it for so long. How's it not done?" Like, well, yeah, that's why. Sometimes you gotta spend 30, 40 minutes on a transition. And then you throw a wife and 4 kids into the mix, and it's like... And then I haven't even looked at the next... Now I have to transition into something else. Which this one is naturally providing me a buffer. Thankfully. Because it does have its own scenic shot to begin with.
Damn huts.
Yeah, that music got yoinked. Where was that music? Where's that Boba music coming from? Oh, it's this one. It's gotta be this. Yeah. When do we have dialogue here? So that needs to fade out by like here then. I don't know if I might need to do a wipe here too, but it should be a pretty simple one. So I get a chance to watch Lady Hawk. I didn't yet. I put it on my Plex server. I haven't watched a movie in like, gosh, like 3-4 weeks. All my kids got the flu one by one. Pop, 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 pop. It's like one would get it. There goes 3-4 days. By the end of it, the next one has it. Is just starting it. It's just like, oh my goodness. My wife got it. I was the only one in the family who didn't get it. I haven't been sick in about 3 weeks. It will have been a full year since I even have had any illness. So I did start taking a couple different things, some supplements, some various things that say I haven't gotten sick in a year. All legal stuff. I'm not saying anything weird. I'm just saying there's kids in the chat, and I don't want to encourage nicotine use, you know? But yes, next, so on my list of movies to watch, I've got Lady Hawk and the Hobbit, the M4 book edit. I still haven't watched that yet. I finished reading The Hobbit. It's my second time reading it. It's been like 17 years since I read that. So I just finished that. Very good. Just absolutely classic storytelling. It's such a feel-good read. When I read that the first time, I was like 12, I think. And so I remember like the broad strokes of everything, and then I saw the movies in theater when they came out, which I thought the first one was like decent enough, other than a couple like weird scenes, and then they kind of just like went off the rails for the last two, and by the end you're like, oh my gosh, can this end? So I'm very excited about this fan edit. I've heard amazing things about it. So I got that in Lady Hawk on my movie watch list. In the Hobbit book, I was the things I didn't remember about the book itself, like Bilbo getting hit on the head with a rock and like missing the entire battle, and then it just like jumps to the end of the battle and then like kind of summarizes what happened. That was interesting. There's like quite a big detour in the book when it cuts to Bard. Just tells this like village story out of nowhere, and it was very reminiscent of Andrzej Sapkowski's writing on the Witcher series, who is like infamous for just like cutting to like complete side characters. He'll just go on chapter and chapter on like a character that you have no clue why it's talking about them. And then after like you'll go through their chapters, and then at like the end of the book they'll get a scene that like ties them into the main storyline. And sometimes they'll just like die in that scene. But you have all that world building around it, so that was interesting. Didn't remember that. And then I thought like the most emotional part of it for me was like Thorin's death speech in the book. I thought that was like very touching and very, very well written. Watched Once We Were Warriors over the weekend. Tough movie to watch. Good Tim Morrison role. I'm not familiar with that one. Once We Were Warriors? Interesting. Yeah, this seems tailor-made for Tumuera. Dang. How do you say that? Momangara? Mamangara? I have no clue. Aussie guy, help me. Yeah, that's got a very good rating. No death sticks then. Dude, the lore on death sticks is nuts. Like, what do they? Don't they say it takes like 10 years off your life or something from taking one death stick? I don't know if that was like an exaggeration, but I swear in the old lore they're like, I don't know, in my mind as a kid, I remember I probably took this wrong from something, but it was like, if you take a death stick, that just means you'll die 10 years earlier. For some reason, that's like... in my mind, and I have no clue where that lore came from, and I don't think it's true now that I'm looking at it. Where did I get that from? Because that's like been in my mind for decades. Look, we're back on
Greetings,
Stupendous Waves
Acolytes,
channel.
and welcome to the archives. Before we begin today's video, I have a question. You want to buy some death sticks? Drug trafficking is one of the most lucrative industries in the Star Wars galaxy, rivaled only by the illegal weapons trade. Many crime lords in the seedy underworld thrive.
Tell me about...
They are. Even the drug itself doesn't mind sharing the risks in its very name. So today, my friends, light up that subscribe button and let us know. Now, Acolytes, let us begin. Now, to the high ground we go.
There ain't no helping you, boss. Mama Ramana.
Let's begin with actually talking about what death sticks are, as it's easy to
tell me what they feel like.
Users of improving
well, yeah, I guess
when first taking the death stick.
It can't. My lore in my mind can't be right because I forgot. Yeah. How many did he take? Because he took like... I mean, it reduces your lifespan. I swear it's in like a book that like one death stick reduces your lifespan by like 10 years. I don't know. I can't find proof of that. Look at this. I've searched this and I'm getting like cigarette stats. I'm not talking about the sticks of death. I'm talking about death sticks. They don't have a specific universally defined number. Dang it. I don't know where my brain got that from. But that's what I thought as a kid. You take a death stick, 10 years, gone. Legacy era, Cade counteracted it using the Force. Yeah. I'm going to have to reread every EU book, I guess. There's no other solution. I gotta find the death stick lore somehow. Better make a YouTube short about that bit of lore so you can cite yourself. Hit him with the trust me, bro. Start making up facts left and right about death sticks. Just go to like a fentanyl symptoms website.
Damn huts.
Let me do the...
Okay, that definitely fades out way too fast. They can talk over this music. I thought it would be like distracting, but no. It needs it bad. And then that I didn't like the hard cut, I will say. It wasn't great.
Damn huts.
It's too abrupt.
Let me do the talking in there.
Why is that?
Because I want to get the information fast and get to the fleet.
So do I.
Yo, that music transition was perfect, though. I just sniped that by pure luck. That was perfect. So I need... Here we go again. I'm gonna need a freaking... So this is coming out of one of those, like, pincher wipes. So, look at that color grade, people. Disney, AC Bagel. Disney, AC Bagel. I'm trying to think if I can do like my own little pincher wipe thing to mimic it. Perfectly mimic it. So, I don't have any more frames to play with here, do I? What does that cut to? Does that cut like into the Rancor pit? Yeah, which I don't use that scene. So I gotta mimic this little pincher transition underneath. When does that start? So like here is when I want to start opening this wipe. And we'll go up and down here to match the one underneath. And we end here. We'll fix the color grading later by applying it directly to the shots themselves. Source, it came to me in a dream. Yeah, that one's never started a cult before. Hey, this is how I make my death stick cult. Guys, it's not Fent, it's death sticks. You gotta give it a shot. Oh boy! All right. Do I want to do this now, or do I want to do it later? Is the question. I gotta do one more. Plaisir. Let's do an easy one. Let's do a couple easy ones. Plaisir Hall before Commissioner. Sound glitch. I think I remember that. Like it was something with like the background noise, just like something either like jumped in too hard or faded out too hard, I thought.
Droids is really not helpful.
I figured out we're looking for an Imperial sympathizer, didn't I?
You did it your way, now let me do it mine, okay? This building, here.
Was it that? That sounded a little too loud too on Din. Was it just like Bo-Katan's voice line? All I wrote was sound glitch. I just noticed something sounded weird. I was taking notes like as I was watching the whole movie, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. I can't remember exactly. It doesn't seem like it's the background track, because that's my night walk in Tokyo Shibuya. Turn it up a little bit.
Fast and get to the fleet.
So do I. What's your point?
You kicking droids is really not helpful.
I figured out we're looking for an Imperial sympathizer, didn't I?
You did it your way, now let me do it mine, okay? This building, here.
I think it's just Bo-Katan's line sounds bad. It's also, I see. I'm hearing it too. It's It's that background, like, club music. Why does it cut out when they open the door? Oh, I see that. Aha. So it's Bo-Katan's line. I don't like how that sounds. I don't know if that was related. I see. Because, so I use this, right now they're going into the droid bar. So that's why you're getting that, like, background club music. But in mine, I made that door so it's the commissioner's, like, security room. So it sounds weird as you're getting, like, the club music noise, like, increases when they open the door. But for me, it sounds weird when you have club music playing and then cut into a sterile security room. So I need to... Let me first see what kind of sounds I'm working with here. If I just pull this back and eliminate the club music earlier.
Commissioner Hellgate.
Okay. So I don't need the middle track at all, because that's this scene. Because when they cut, look at that. There is no transitionary anything. They're in the lab analyzing the droid after they just got, like, lasered or something. This whole bunch of nonsense. This episode was so just waste of time. So they fight that little, like, laser droid. And then it just has them walk out that door. Commissioner Hellgate. She pats her on the shoulder. Pat. Huh? She walks out and it instantly cuts you into his office. And they're coming through. I guess that looks like an elevator. But, like, that gives you the impression that, like, the door doesn't even open. So, like, you think that just happened to be the elevator and he's, like, right here? I don't know. It's a bunch of nonsense. So anyways, that's where that sound is coming from. Is the lab, which lab background noise might... I need the door is the problem. I could manually find a door sound. Well, that's the door there. So does this... I want to know if this middle track has club music on it or not. Freak. Wait, can I grab you? I'm getting the symbol. Goodness. I have not watched this full episode since it aired. You just can't. Oh. Yikes. It's tough. Be funny if you could use an instrumental version of Plaisir d'Amour as a theme. Only people familiar with it would get the joke. I'm not familiar. Oh, it kind of works. Oh, now you're tempting me to do something. Like that's not like a bad type sound for when they're first landing on Plaisir and think it's this like really peaceful scenic world. You can't. That doesn't sound Star Warsy enough as is. But I could take that into AI and use like notes from it and make like a Star Warsy version. That's like a redo, isn't it? Is this is this the original? Very nice. Nana Mouskouri. Greek. Cool. She's still alive. Dang. 91. Okay, so alright, let's see if this middle track has noise on it. It kind of look like with those little waves, I feel like it does, which is gonna be annoying.
You did it your way, now let me do it mine, okay?
This building, here.
Yeah, see all those little bumps? See what I'm saying? It's trying to do so much. I'm gonna have to like undo all of this. And Bo-Katan's line there sounds awful. So I gotta fix that. And then I'm gonna have to do my own door sound because this is just like so intermixed with the club music coming out of it. And then I cut it away, so that's gonna take some reconstruction too. And then I know I had a lip sync task on. I just hadn't done a Bo-Katan lip sync yet. Where is that? Yeah. Do the Bo-Katan lip sync. And let's, where's... Yes, Plaisir Hall before Commissioner. Re-record Bo-Katan. Line. Move. Club music. Yeah, I wanted to do that. I'm trying to see if there's like, okay, this pairs with that other one, so that's also in yellow. I'm trying to see if there's just like one little victory I can take before I go to bed. Exposure too high on Chrysanthemum in a fight. That shouldn't be hard to fix. See, now I'm freaked out about this. I'm freaked out about this transition because somehow I have to now transition from Star Destroyers to Peaceful Yavin. That's going to be an interesting transition to make. Let's pull that in at least. Put that there so I know something's still not right. That's where I know this color grading was wrong too. I don't know what it was. I gotta check the other tattooing. For some reason it didn't. Like, you can normally just apply the same one to all the same planets, because usually in the Disney shows they'll keep their own color grading the same, but for some reason in theirs, this one scene looks so different than the rest of the show, so then my color grading on top of it, like, amplified the difference. And it looks wrong, so this one's gonna have to get a manual color grade. Oh wait, it's getting late. Oh, why do I've got... I have a billion different adjustment layers here. There's so many. I'm scared I'm gonna wipe those and it looks like I just forgot to lock it and cut it up because they perfectly match the video track. So we're gonna say I did not do any of that intentionally. And go here, and then I need to turn the exposure down on this. Oh yeah, I got it at 1.6. The heck? What's going on? You can never do this. Gosh, this scene is freaking dark though. Maybe that's yeah, I gotta lighten up the blacks. What does the original look like? What did they do here? That's the original Disney one. I can't. Look how crushed their blacks are. Like, you can't even see his furs. So I'm gonna have to do some work on Ulker Anton. I did fix the exposure, but I have not fixed making this watchable. I think I just gotta lift the blacks. Like, you want it to be like gray for night. And I need to make that darker. This needs to be nighttime. Where's my day to night one? What? Yeah, I thought this one would be an easy win. All right, we'll hit him with an orange. Record. Shoot. Here we go. This should be an easy win. He certainly didn't learn that from me. Too loud. Come on. That's an easy win that I can end on. Just give me something simple, clean. This is for after they fight. Grogu says, no. Where's that track? There we go. Too loud.
You certainly didn't learn that from me.
Oops, too much modulation.
You certainly didn't learn that from me.
There we go.
Good job, kid.
Whoa, that one sounds bad now too. Wow.
You certainly didn't learn that from me. Good job, kid.
أنا يميسن والهاتيلي بسلنا ناسد دنوي بروجاي والجريلة ناسد تشوياني شيران
Faljur ka di masum akay balban fehjay. Kui dralhan. Na chuyakaan. Ha. Anjor chumina cheta.
Nice. Okay. That sounded better. Final boat speech too quiet. Subtitles don't line up. Voices too loud in caves. Remove subtitle looking at surface. Yeah. All right, we'll do one more. I know what that is. This is the dropship. Yeah, that one. I don't want that. Some flavor, but it was just like background comments from the Mandalorians, and it felt weird to have one subtitle just popped up.
Gone now. Ibik Shapia. Dara Suum Kote Bode.
There we go. That's all I need to do.
Secure infill zone.
See, now that I'm looking at this, ugh. Now I want to make her say that in Mandor. Secure infill. It's just like, because she's looking away, it's so easy because I don't have to lip sync her. So I'm just like tempting. Shoya! Shoya! How do you say secure infill zone? All right, he might be gone. I'll send him a Discord message. Pretty good work.
Victory.
Very nice. Yeah, I think that's all right, we're going to hit this with a green. And then we're gonna make Shoya translate. Alright, look at this. And I still haven't added notes for the last 45 minutes of the movie. So, and there's a lot. So one day, my friends, this will be over. I always like start these streams and I'm like, okay, I'm starting like here. I should be able to get like at least half a page. Then I spend 40 minutes on a 3-second transition to get one thing yellow. It's a lot. It's a lot. This has to be, just realistically, this has to be one of the biggest, like, I gotta, with this edit, I gotta be in the top 50. Can I say this is in the top 50 biggest fan editing projects in like the modern era of, since fans have been doing stuff like this? The scope of this one, I would say, it's gotta be in the top 50. I mean, and if you're gonna put my... What's happening here? Why is this gone? I've lost standard.mp4 for some reason. No, not standard. I don't know what that is. I gotta find that file, apparently. Top 5, if you count all of the Way of Mandalore Yes, I was specifically talking about this one film. But, like, you've got fan editors like Adawan who are... I mean, they're, like, playing with... making miniatures and refilming stuff. So I don't want to put my stuff anywhere near those levels. I can't do top 5 biggest. If you're talking, like, purely just re-editing, not extra stuff, not refilming stuff, and you throw in all of the Way of Mandalore, all 6 movies, maybe I'm getting closer to, like, top 10 of biggest scope. But it's mostly just book 5 and 6 that look like this. Like 1 through 4, yeah, there's a ton I did, but it's like... I mean, it's literally about this... probably this much work, like, comparison-wise. Maybe even less. Like, books 5 and 6 have taken way more than 1 through 4. So those 2 films are way, way, way more than 4 movies. And then 6 is just like... it's just unreal. The episode mixing and rearranging is like... that's the part that gets me. Combining 2 different shows and then, like, completely turning a season on its head. Season 3 is all out of whack in this thing. Like, it's unrecognizable as the Season 3 structure of events, which is just, I gotta say, pathetic that I'm even able to do that. You should never make a show where someone can do what I'm doing right now. It shouldn't be possible to tell a cohesive story by doing this. The original content should be able to flow well enough where I shouldn't be able to take episode 6 of 8 and seamlessly plug it into, like, the beginning of another of a movie. This is just... and then play out events. Shouldn't be able to go episode 6, 2, 4, 1, 3, 7, 8. There's no. So, but like I'm sure the M4 book edit. Yeah, I don't know. I know he did a ton of VFX on it, but this, in terms of, like, premiere scope, yeah, I gotta be up there. I mean, look at that. How many... I looked at this thing. In my project bin, I have 1,800 files. I have 1,800 different files in here. And that's not including, like, all of these tracks. This isn't... that's not counting, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, this is 1. But then you have, like, you know, so that's... sorry, not just this, but, like, this entire episode of the show, the Book of Boba Fett, episode 6. That is 1 of 1,800. The episode is 1, and then, you know, a lot of it's just, like, little stuff, you know, a voice line here, a voice line there. But I don't know. Show me another fan edit that's got 1,800 files. And you wonder why I had to buy 3 SSDs. And then, like, all the links, like, do you remember when I spent like 2 days working on a door opening behind Moff Gideon because they messed up the geography of the base. You know, and then that's just one file in here, but then that's like 10 files linked from After Effects. So it's yeah. Anyways, Tylee, Hebe, Kinnear, V-Ray. Tylee, Hebe, Kinnear, V-Ray. It's the most American sounding Mandalore you've ever heard. Thank you. I will make that voice line tomorrow. Is that the right grammar I need to do? Tylee, Hebe, Kinnear, V-Ray. All right, I gotta get out of this joint. I gotta go relax and watch some TV. Turn on one episode of BoJack Horseman and pass out. That's my plan for tonight. What day of the week is it? It's a Wednesday. Well, it's a Wednesday now for me. All right. It's definitely a bigger project than The Mandalorians, though it was just season 3 and buff. I remember like my initial research phase of brainstorming stuff. I came across your project, Shoya. I joined your Discord like long before we even started like talking on streams or anything, or I don't even if we had talked before, but I was like in there because I was like, dang, he's got some cool ideas. And then I saw like your YouTube channel and stuff, and I mean, this was like back on when I was working on like book 1, season 1 content back then. Alrighty. That's going to be it. We're going to call it. Everybody, I'm trying to get this thing out, but
Patience! 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 Patience!
So look at that. And there it goes defaulting. That's monitored again. That's a great way to end. It's a great way to thank you all for joining tonight and to tell you